Hello, hello. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. This is Angel coming at you live for Thursday Night Live. How is your Thursday? How is everybody doing? Hello, hello. Say hello, tell me where you're at. Hey, Christy. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get started. It's already 6:32. Well, welcome to Thursday Night Live. How's your Thursday? Mine is okay. Just wanted to share some thoughts with you. A couple days ago, I put a post on Facebook. Hey, Cynthia. I put a post on Facebook on your gift. We all have a gift within us. We all have a gift within us. Some people call it their purpose. Whatever you might want to call it. That's up to you, but that's your own relationship to it. But we all have, hey Monica, we all have something we're bringing to the world, to others. And I put a quote that said that even if you find your gift, even if you know what it is and you want to bring it out into the world, it's going to be a limited expression of that gift, because if you have any kind of resentments, any kind of grievances or regrets, anything that you haven't really quite worked through, it's going to hold you back. It's going to hold the free, full, authentic, and genuine expression of that gift to come out as you try to give it to the world. And that's when sometimes we feel that we're trying our hardest, and maybe we feel out of alignment and things are not working out, or maybe they're kind of halfway there or sort of kind of working out, and it just feels like you can't quite put your finger on it, and you know what you want, but you just don't. It's just not quite lining up. And there's all kinds of different stories that we tell ourselves when we're going after that dream, whatever you want to call that gift, And part of it is, if you haven't worked through that past, if you haven't really made your peace with your past, if you haven't quite forgiven someone. And I know that in past live feeds we've talked about forgiveness. If you don't remember, just really quickly, forgiveness is really for you. Forgiveness is so that you can find your own peace, so that you can let go of having to carry the burden of what somebody quote unquote did to you, which, yeah, they may have done something to you, but they don't know they did something to you. And so a lot of times when we're holding a grudge and we're holding a resentment, it's because from our perception, from our perspective, that person somehow, they did something wrong to us. It just didn't quite match to the concept that we had, or they didn't behave in the way that we thought they needed to behave. And so we call that they did something to us, or they hurt us, or they broke our hearts, or whatever it may be. But again, forgiveness means letting go of having to carry that burden so that you can have peace. And so going back to that gift, going back to that dream, going back to that purpose that you feel like you're bringing to the world, if you haven't quite let go of some of that stuff, let go of your past, made your peace with it, it's going to limit you. You're going to have a very limited expression. It's not going to come out to its fullness. It's not going to be an authentic expression or really freely given to the world until you do that. And so I shared a little part of my story, of my journey, that's when I really started to for things to start turning in the direction that I was purposefully going. I mean, it's about being on a purposeful, living that purposeful life and being in line and alignment with your truth. First, I had to connect to my truth, make my peace with my past, forgive those that quote unquote hurt me. And honestly, when I look back, all those moments that of pain and all those moments of hurt and those difficult times, they really grew me. That's where growth happens. We're creatures of habit, and sometimes we just have to be broken up so that we can let that light, that truth come out into the world. First, into yourself. So of course, as I began to discover that gift, I first had to apply it to myself. I had to be the first student. I had to be my first client before I could even share it with anybody else or with the rest of the world. So what do I mean by those moments? I don't know if you guys feel that way. Do you have a gift? Do you have a dream? Do you feel like there's a purpose out there for you? And if so, what is your gift? There's a couple of questions that you could ask. What is something that you love? Something that you're very, very passionate about? Because there's a quote that I have found to be true in my life. It's that if you don't know what your purpose is, find your passion, because your passion will lead you right into your purpose, because the passion answers that first question. What is something that you love? Something that you're passionate about, okay? Excuse me. Number 2 would be, are you good at that? Are you great at that something? That's something that you love, something that you're passionate about. Are you great at it? If not, is it something you can be great at? Is that something you could really learn? Can that be a skill that you can craft and you can master? So something that you love, something you're passionate about, something that you're great, that can you be great at that thing? Number 3, it would be, can you get paid at that thing? Is that something you can make a career out of? Can you get financially compensated for devoting your life to this thing that is not only helping you but also helping others? So 1 is something that you love, your passion. Are you great at that thing, at that passion? Can you get the skills to become great at it? 3, can you get financially compensated for this thing, for this gift, for this passion, for this purpose? And then lastly, the 4th thing is, can that impact the rest of the world or other people in a positive way? Can that change lives? Okay? Because that's the nitty-gritty right there. And hold on a second, let me fix this really quick. I just realized I didn't even connect my mic. Is that better? Those of you that are listening, does that sound better? Maybe give me a thumbs up or maybe give me a like. Does that sound better? I just realized I didn't even connect my mic. How's that for volume, for sound quality? Yay, nay? Can you hear me? Can you not? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So the first half of this video is on that other. It was using the iPhone mic instead of the mic that I have right here next to me. I apologize, it happens. We just gotta roll with it. So again, going back to those 4 questions, when you identify your gift, when it comes to identifying your gift, it's really important that you know why. What's the why? And the why is tied to that impact that you're gonna make. That impact that you're gonna be making in the world, that impact that you're gonna be making in other people. That's the why. It's a why that it's much, much bigger than you. Okay? So when it comes to the why, knowing your why is really important, because your why is going to keep you engaged. It's going to keep you moving in that direction towards making that purpose a reality. Okay? So when it comes to that, your why is really important, and your why, again, is the impact. Okay? So the 4 questions are, what is something that you love? Your passion? Are you great at that thing? Or can you become great at that thing? Can you get financially compensated for that thing? And can that change people's lives? Can that leave a positive impact in the world? Okay. Now, on the path of going after this thing, going after you bringing this gift out into the world, bringing it out from within you, as you make your peace with your past, okay, and you're gonna bring this gift out, you're gonna have obstacles. We are gonna have challenges, okay. It's not gonna be clear path. No, you're gonna be clearing the path as you go along, holding in your mind that why you want to do it, okay. Clearing your path, getting rid of some of that spider webs, some of that fogginess, telarañas, like we say in Spanish, some of that fogginess. Get rid of that fogginess. Of course, meditation, self-reflection, self-observation, quiet time, reading, getting new perspectives in. Sometimes we confuse a shift of perspective as as new information coming in, but it's really old information dropping off. As you let go of the old information, old concepts, old beliefs that had created your life up to this moment, okay? Because you got to remember, a thought becomes a word. Your word becomes an action. Your actions become habits over time. Your habits create your beliefs because you see enough evidence of that. And you create your beliefs, and your beliefs create your life, because whatever you believe will be. So up to this point, whatever conflicts you're in, whatever you're not happy with, whatever scenario or aspect of your life that you're not happy with, or is not to where you want it to be, you got to go back to what is it that you think about that thing. What is it that you're thinking about that particular area, whether that's money, relationships, work, friendships, self-image, whatever that may be. What are your thoughts about it? What are your beliefs about it? You'll find your answer there. So that doing an inventory of your beliefs is super important. And if you find some stuff there that you don't want to use, create new ones. But you first have to get rid of the stuff that's in your mind. In that movie, The Peaceful Warrior, it talks about emptying the trash that's in here, the stuff that doesn't work, the stuff that doesn't serve you, okay? So as you're going along this path, you will have obstacles, you will have challenges. I know I did. Tons. Up until 2 years ago. Even now, even this year, I've had challenges already. Even late last year, I had challenges already. The challenges don't go away. Because as you start getting rid of the stuff, it's going to be manifested in your reality. And then what are you going to do about it? I often tell people, like, they say they're going to get tested. Well, if you don't get tested, how do you know you're going to pass the test? That's the reason they test you in school. To make sure that you do know what you say you know. So if you're learning and you're growing and a challenge comes, are you going to apply what you learn? Or are you just reading stuff just because? Because you know what they say about knowledge, just for the sake of knowledge, is pointless. It needs to be applied. So knowledge is not power. Knowledge applied is power. So knowledge has the potential to be very powerful if it's applied. And so that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom is doing it, okay? So the challenges are going to come. They're not going to go away. So as they come, you have to look at them as just what it is. It's just a test, okay? Am I going to pass this? How is this helping me? How is this a part of my process? We're an evolving, growing process. So how is this a part of my process? How is this helping me along my journey? This challenge that I find myself in, this conflict, how is it coming to grow me? How is this my next step, my next stage? Okay? Instead of damning the situation and complaining about it and staying under the situation, under the circumstances, rise above it and ask better questions that are going to get you out of it. Okay? So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you guys. Again, looking back at an earlier post that I put about finding your gift and sharing it into the world. If you don't kind of clear up your world, okay, your world first, make your peace with your past, forgive, let go, kind of empty the trash, get clear-minded, then you'll be clear. Then you'll see a clearer path, and you'll go for it, and it'll just become a reality. Again, don't assume that it's just going to happen like this, that it's going to happen overnight. A lot of you are very educated people. You've gone to high school, college, even masters and doctorates. It took you time. If you haven't seen the movie Doctor Strange, you know that he's a surgeon, a microsurgeon, a very smart surgeon. He goes into this journey that causes him to lose his ability to do surgery, and he's got to now go into the spiritual path. He was in the knowledge science side, and now he's got to go down the spiritual path. And he's like, how am I going to do this? And so the teacher asked him, how did you go to school? How did you learn to become a doctor? With a lot of discipline, with a lot of studying, a lot of reading, a lot of books. The same thing. Your spiritual journey is no different. Remember, mind, body, soul. We know what to do for the body. We eat healthy. We go and work out. We put in the work to get that physique that we want. Same with our mind. We go and study. We get our degrees. We study. We learn. We get our degrees. We get our certificates. We put in the work. Okay? What about our spiritual? Mind, body, soul. You can't forget that one. Now remember, not one aspect is better than the other. All three of them are important. But we tend to put in the work on the two, body and mind. We don't put in the work for the spiritual part. It takes the same amount of work. Don't expect it to just happen overnight. Okay? Like nothing happens overnight. Put in the work. Remember, I'm 37. Some of us are in our 30s. Some of us are in our 20s. Some of us are in our 40s. It's taking us this many years to live the life we've had as it has. So don't think that it's going to happen in 1 year, 2 years. You gotta just, it's about creating new habits, new thoughts that will create a better life, okay? So a couple of announcements. April 3rd. Hey, Brandy. How are you? Hey, Devin. April 3rd is going to be the first Monday night mindfulness night. So it's just going to be a meditation group. Okay, there's going to be some meditation. There's going to be some discussion. We're going to learn about it. What are our conceptions? What are our misconceptions? Have we tried it? Does it work? Does it not work? Why isn't it working? What are our struggles? So it's going to be a discussion group along with a meditation group at the same time. April 15th, we're going to be doing a laughing therapy event. That's going to be on a Saturday, I want to say. Yeah, Saturday. Laughing therapy event. So we have someone coming in from Austin for that. April 9th, I will be the guest speaker at Unity of San Antonio, right here on Broadway and Lawndale, I want to say. So be looking out for that. May 7th, I'll be the guest speaker at Unity of Bernie as well. So there's a couple of things coming up. If you want to stay informed, keep up with my Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my live channel, guys, so that when I'm on, you guys get a notification. You can get on it. If you can't make it live, that's okay. You can watch it later because it'll be saved. Okay? And if you have any questions, post them. Message me. Remember that I have that Dear Angel podcast where I read all anonymously, where I read a question from a listener or a friend or a client that is wondering something. And then I share some perspectives, and it's at SoundCloud. So SoundCloud.com. If you look up Dear Angel, you'll see, I think I have 6 episodes in there now. So check it out. And again, if you like it, comment, share it, and let me know what's up. I love you guys. Peace.